this is possibly, we're on the edge of our seats here waiting for the non-farm payrolls. You know, millions and billions of pounds are going to be exchanged, dollars and everything else in half an hour's time. And obviously we're going to go through the backdrop to that. Markets have not been very happy over the last couple of days. They've pulled the rug a bit from under the bulls.
They have. I was reading actually that if things stay as they are, this will be the worst week that FTSE's had in the whole of 2015. So I think that gives us a bit of context to the way markets have moved. Wasn't all bad news this morning though. If we look at the first of items here on European data, German factory orders for April are actually up 1.4%. That was well ahead. This is a month-on-month measure, well ahead of the 0.5% forecast and ahead of the prior 1.1% read. So I think I'm right in saying that both domestic and foreign orders were up very strongly as well on the prior month.
So the economists got that painfully wrong.
They did. I mean,
I always enjoyed that also.
Well, I have a little bit of sympathy because we haven't seen a decent number out of Germany for some time, and I think that they have been a bit blindsided. But obviously, what we want to see now is some of the other data building on that. In terms of data from the UK, we had the Bank of England Consumer Inflation Expectations Report. This is where they survey the members of the public to see what they think is happening with inflation and interest rates. I'm not sure we should place too much credence on this because
that's a new one, isn't it?
It is a relatively new survey, and in fact, they also asked the public how they think the Bank of England is performing. I think very few members of the public will be able to judge that very effectively. However, let's not berate the public too much. The consensus view was that over a 12-month period, inflation would be up around 2.2%. So they're optimistic, I suppose, that the economy is going to get going at some point in the next 12 months. What I thought was telling is that it was up from the prior read of 1.9% and up from February's survey number of 2.1%. Also, consumers think that inflation will be around 2.8% in 5 years' time. So whilst they're expecting prices to rise, they're not expecting them to be sort of galloping away over the medium term. Anyway, read into that what you will. The other key point, OPEC were meeting in Vienna. They made their decision just before we came in there. We were thinking that they might raise the output quotas given the bounce in the price of oil recently. Turns out that they decided to leave things as they were. What I thought was interesting and was mentioned by a couple of people was the Saudis couldn't wait to get away from the meeting. So whether that tells you anything, I don't know. But it's all done and dusted now. Oil's better on the back of it, and they're not going to pump any more for the moment. So that was European data.
Right.